This was supposed to be the happiest day of David's life.
Until a stranger burst through the doors, shouting for it to stop.
The bride froze, horrified. Guests whispered. Chaos rippled through the room. But the groom, he wasn't panicking, he was smiling. Because everyone thought this stranger had come to ruin David's wedding. What they didn't know, David gave him the suit he was wearing and the words he was about to say. David was 34, kind-hearted, self-made, and recently the heir to his family's fortune. But wealth never changed who he was underneath. Then there was Sarah, poised, radiant, seemingly perfect in every way. Everyone adored her. David believed he'd found the one. Wedding planning began. For weeks, everything felt perfect. Then David started noticing things. The way she snapped at waitstaff like they were invisible. One day, an elderly man accidentally scratched her car, and Sarah screamed at him like he was nothing. David watched in silence. A question crept into his mind he couldn't ignore. Did Sarah love him, or the fortune that came with his name? He needed to know the truth before he said, "I do." For months, David had quietly been helping a man named Arthur, without ever asking for anything back. Arthur had lost everything years ago, but David saw a man, not a statistic. So David made him an unusual offer. One final favor in exchange for a new beginning. Arthur wasn't just asked to stop the wedding. He was asked to claim David had lost everything. To say David owed him a fortune. To say David was broke. Arthur hesitated, then agreed. He trusted David enough to help him find the truth. David took him to get a proper suit. Sharp, dignified, unforgettable. Then, line by line, David coached him on exactly what to say. Arthur practiced until every word felt real. The night before the wedding, David felt only one thing: clarity. Tomorrow, he would find out the truth. And nothing would ever be the same again. Back at the ceremony, Arthur stepped forward. Exactly as planned. "David, you can't marry her," Arthur said. "You haven't paid me back. You're broke, and you know it." The room gasped. Every eye turned to David. Sarah's expression shifted from shock to something colder. "Broke!" she screamed. "You told me the inheritance was settled." In that instant, Sarah called off the wedding herself, revealing exactly why she'd said yes in the first place. David rose calmly. He turned to Arthur and thanked him. Then to Sarah, he said quietly, "The money is still there, but now I know you wouldn't be." Sarah had no answer. There wasn't one. For the first time all day, the room fell completely silent, and David finally felt free. Sarah gathered what was left of her pride and walked out, alone. The doors closed behind her. David turned to his stunned guest with a warm, easy smile. "Stay," he said. "Let's celebrate something better than a wedding today. The truth." Slowly, uncertain smiles turned into applause. The band began to play. What was meant to be a wedding became something else entirely, a celebration of honesty. David found Arthur standing quietly at the edge of the room. He handed him a sealed envelope, the deed to a small house and a job offer at his company. Arthur's hands trembled. For the first time in years, someone had truly seen him. "Thank you," Arthur whispered. "No," David said. "Thank you." The night went on, full of laughter, dancing, and something far more valuable than vows. David hadn't found the wedding he planned, but he'd found something far more lasting: clarity and real friendship. He had lost a bride that night, but he'd finally found his peace. True love, David realized, was never about what you have. It's about who stays when you have nothing at all. Months later, David's company flourished, stronger than ever. Arthur, once forgotten by the world, now had a steady job and a home to call his own. What began as a test of character became a lifelong friendship. As for Sarah, word of what happened spread quickly. And so did the truth about who she really was. David never regretted what he did, because real love isn't tested by wealth, it's tested by character. In time, David found love again. Real love this time, built on trust from the very start. No tests needed, no hidden lies, just two people who saw each other clearly. And Arthur? He never forgot the man who gave him back his dignity. He built a new life. One door, one handshake, one act of kindness at a time. Sometimes the truth costs you everything you thought you wanted, and gives you everything you actually needed. True love doesn't look at the bank account, it looks at the heart. David lost a bride, but he finally found his peace.